What's up everyone, back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing a beer from Will Brewing, and they're out of Percy, Pennsylvania, and this is their Glimpses of Unfamiliar. So they're calling this one a Rustic Spelt Lager that comes in at 4.1% alcohol by volume. No IBUs listed time of review. This can is approximately 4.5 months old. I want to give a huge thanks and shout out once again to a very good friend of mine and fellow BeerTuber Keith over at 93 Lumber for hooking me up with this one. So big thanks to him. In the description box, I'll post a link to Keith's channel. He is a very kind and extremely nice individual, and he gets his hands on some fantastic beers. Sometimes his reviews have a little bit of a rant vibe to them. A lot of them do, and that's why I like Keith. Keith is, he's not afraid to speak his mind, and yeah, I really dig his reviews. And he was nice enough to give me a mixed 4-pack of different beers in late September at 2022 BeerTuber Palooza. I've already reviewed one on the channel. I reviewed one on his channel. I don't know if you'll see that before this one. I have this one, and the other one he gave me, I just drank off camera because he said it wasn't that great, and it turns out it wasn't. It was a Haraukbier, a smoked beer that kind of just tasted like a smoked soda. It was not great. So this is the last one I have from him, and it's from Will. And I've heard really good things about Will and their Relfius beer and all the variants and everything. I think they release that every Black Friday, and they do variants. They have the base. And a couple people have asked me if I've ever had that one. No, I have not. I'd love to try it, but this is actually the first beer I'm reviewing from Will, and it's a Rustic Spelt Lager. So it's like an American light lager, basically, brewed with spelt, crushable, or so it should seem. Anyway, let's give it a pour here. Oh, wow, that's super light. It's 4.1%. Got to keep that in mind. So it being as light as it is doesn't really surprise me at all. Do something like that for now. Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know how it's going to come off on camera in terms of, how light it looks, but wow, that looks like fizzy yellow beer to a T. It has a little bit of cloudiness to it. It's not like clear. Yeah, there's a little bit of like cloudy just in general. I don't see like, I guess there's a little bit of fine sediment in there. But yeah, that has that, like, that's just like a, fizzy yellow beer look to it. It has this just really pale golden color. Had about a finger of bright white soap sudsy looking head. That just looks like, your classic. Now on camera, it might actually look a little bit more, hazy, maybe a little bit more, almost like maybe like a lemonade or something. But it's definitely, you can see through it. It just has a little bit of haze. There's a little bit of particulates like floating around. But anyway, let's get a nose. Yeah, smells like a light lager. Big grainy scent, probably from the spelt. It's grainy. It almost has a weedy kind of nose to it. There's a nice zesty lemon into like a kind of fresh like lemon juice. Nice like floral kind of slightly herbaceous grassy tone to the hops. Maybe a touch of like a apple or pear, but more to the lemon side of things. It has a citrus kind of zest to it. Yeah, this smells super light, and it's like going to be extremely refreshing and crushable. That's kind of what I think they're going for here, and let's see if they nailed it. Cheers, everybody. Thanks again, Keith. Yeah, that's exactly what that is. A no frills, easy drinking, low ABV lager. That's all it is. For 4.1%, this is like higher side of light, lower side of medium, so a little bit bigger. Drinks more like around 5%. The mouthfeel, it is super crisp. This is like higher side of moderate carbonation to almost like full-on carbonation. It's not like seltzer-esque, but pretty big gripping carbonation. It's quite clean on the palate as well. Super refreshing. This is definitely a crushable lager. The taste, nose carried over. It has that wheat kind of spelt grainy feel to it, right? The tip of the tongue malt-wise. It dives underneath the palate. Omnipresent, but never steps in the way. Right after that, zesty, slightly juicy lemon, but it's not like sweet. It's just kind of like a lemon juice, but not with a tartness. It's like picture the taste of lemon juice or like lemonade, but no sweetness, no tartness. It just has that taste to it. A little bit of zestiness as well. Middle of the palate has like an apple core kind of vibe. A little bit of pear, and then it finishes with this grassy, floral, herbaceous kind of slightly bittering sensation. It's like mildly bitter, Semi to full-on dry though, really dry on the palate. So between the crisp mouthfeel and the dry finish, super crushable. You just want to keep on going back for more. 4.1%, you can't taste it. Very nice low ABV lager. Now, is this amazing? No, but I think what they're going for, I'm enjoying it. I mean, for a light lager brewed with spelt, this is like a 4.5 out of 5. Like they've done a great job with what they're going for. They're going for an easygoing low ABV lager. You could crush a 4-pack of this, not get in trouble. But personal preference, it's not like amazing or anything, but I enjoy it. So glimpses of unfamiliar from Free Will. I have absolutely no issues whatsoever giving this beer a high 3.75. I'll go 3.8 out of 5. I think that's where it lands for me. Would I really grab this again if like I was close to Free Will or I could get my hands on it? Probably not. I'm at this point enjoying, when it comes to lagers, more like Helles lagers, Czech pilsners, Czech pale lagers, even German pills. This is something that, if somebody handed it to me, I'd have no problems throwing it back. It's very easy. There's no off flavors. Super easy beer, crushable all day long. Price point availability, however, I have no idea with Free Will at all. So if anybody out there can get Free Will, you're close to the brewery, you're in Pennsylvania, let me know if you see them in your neck of the woods. Same thing with the price point. I would hope that 4-packs of this would be in like the 10 to 12 buck range. That would be my hope. But knowing that it's PA, and just in general, when you see these craft lagers, even low ABV ones like this, a lot of times they're 14, 15 bucks a 4-pack. I wouldn't pay that again for this if that's the price point. But if it was 10 to 12, yeah, like I said, I probably wouldn't buy this again in general, but I think a $10 to $12 price point for this isn't bad, especially if it was $10 a 4-pack. So again, if you've had this beer or anything from Free Will, post in the comment section. Let me know what else I should check out from them if I can ever get my hands on some of their stuff. I'd love to. And huge thanks to Keith. Like I said, go check out Keith's channel. 93 Lumber, 93 spelled out. If you type in 9 and 3, the numbers in lumber, he definitely won't come up. It's 93 spelled out. So once again, huge thanks to Keith. Thanks everybody stopping by for another beer review here on the Beer Patrol. Till the next one. Cheers.